Yeah, so first of all, I thought Fullerton played a great game today. I thought they played well as a team, executed really well, gave us a great game. Coming off our last game, I think this team entered with a lot of humility and came out and practiced really hard. I loved our two practices. I think we know we have several things we want to improve on. I also thought that maybe today we came out a little timid, trying not to make mistakes, and I think that took a little bit of our aggressiveness away. I hope that's something that we will also learn from this game, because we're a really good basketball team. We've got to play with a confidence in what we do well, and we do a lot of things well. So excited to continue to grow and learn from this game.
Yep.
Obviously, it was close, maybe closer than some of us thought coming down to the last shot. If you had to describe today or just the last few minutes in one word, what would that be?
I don't think I could do that in one word. That'd be hard. It's a great question, though.
Yeah, and is kind of late in the game, it's tied with 6 or 5 minutes left. Both offenses kind of fall flat. Obviously, Ladine hits the shot that ends up winning the game. What was, I guess, not working for both sides in the last couple minutes there?
Yeah, I still go back to I just don't think we played with the poise and confidence that we've been playing with on the offensive end of the floor. I think we were trying to make some improvements on the defensive end, and I saw some good moments there. But when we have a breakdown or they just execute really well, I think that obviously puts us in a position that's difficult.
Yeah, and for any of the players,
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were here.
and for any of the players, obviously on Sunday, Montana kind of shot the lights out. I think 57%. Today, you hold them, I think it was pretty low in the 40s here. Yeah, 41%. That's pretty good. Defensively, what was kind of working today? And I guess as a unit, maybe on the defensive side, how were you able to get them out of rhythm in the last 5-6 minutes of the game?
Yeah, I don't think we'd be really pleased with what they shot for the game. I think that we could do a lot better on the defensive end of the floor. So I think that they executed well, though, and they got themselves some good shots, and sometimes we had breakdowns. Offensively, I feel like we were really out of rhythm. Like I said to start with, I thought we played very timid, and our pace was kind of, not as quick as it normally is. And we doubted ourselves a lot. And I think that we want to give each other confidence. We want to bring an energy to the offensive and defensive end of the floor that the team is in sync. And we have some work to do in that aspect right now.
Now, we saw you took a hard hit there in the second quarter. Are you feeling okay right now?
Yeah. I feel great. I think my hair protected my head a little bit. I had a little cushion, but no, I'm great.
And Montana was a bit rough for you and Hannah. I think it was 5 of 27 or something, but much better performance in terms of shooting today. What was the difference between Sunday and today where maybe in terms of percentages you're able to get that up a little bit?
I feel like each game is a new game, so we try as hard as we can to have the memory of a goldfish and just move on to the next. So, and obviously these guys just help us out, but yeah.
Coach, I know you talked about the last stretch of the game defensively. I think you held Cal State scoreless for 7 minutes to close the game out there. But in the third quarter, there was about a 3-minute stretch where you were able to keep them scoreless and take the lead there. What did you like just coming into that third quarter? Any adjustments that you may have made at the halftime mark to kind of, settle yourselves, if that?
I thought that we were really good in halftime of just discussing what we needed to be better at. I think for us, it's the whole defensive system put together, and so we often would have one breakdown, maybe 2 people breakdown. And so just keeping us aligned and everyone intense at the end, we still gave up, a help side moment, we just had a simple slide over help. And I think just finishing the play is something that we've got to be a little bit stronger in. And the ones we did that you're referring to, I thought you saw a strong defense that was understanding, how we need each other and work together. And at moments we had breakdowns.
And then, not to look too far ahead, but obviously you play tomorrow early again. How tough is it to kind of maybe digest what you saw today and then go into tomorrow? Because there's not much you can do, I guess, to adjust too much outside of just knowing, the areas of this game that you want to build upon.
Yeah, it's funny. I think we had some things from this game that we also had in last game, and we had a couple of days of practice in that. And so I feel like we do know that there's some areas that need to be improved on, again, especially on the defensive end of the floor. We had a couple of days to work on those things. Prairie View is a very good team. They're very well coached as well. And, we had this turnaround because they were kind enough to play us in this game. Yeah. And so we want to be ready and be ready to compete.
Hey, if you guys can take us through that last sort of defensive play you're up to, played to the great defense, right for 7 minutes, but the game comes down to that last possession there. Just the things that you guys wanted to do, and then how did you see that play sort of play out?
Yeah, so in the end game situations, they'd like to hammer on the backside, and so we wanted to try to stay with the shooter on the backside and use our post to provide help. We wanted to make sure we tried to take away their best player, which is why are their most dynamic player at the end. And she ended up taking the ball out of bounds in the very last possession. And so just trying to get good gaps and stop the ball and not over-help because they do a nice job of kicking late.
And then on the shot that sort of gave you guys the lead there was a out-of-bounds play. Just what happened on that play there, Elle?
Great screen from Lay. Or actually, no, it was Tyra, right?
I'm
Somebody.
actually not sure what.
One of the, you're talking about the mid-range shot?
The middle, I think you guys were tied 58-58, out-of-bounds play.
Yeah.
It was really quick, and then they sort of got you there.
Yeah, they were able to get me open. Tyra, I think it was Chloe or someone had a great screen, so great pass from Savia. Yeah.
And then just how did the first sort of couple of minutes maybe sort of shape this game? I think in the first 6 minutes you guys made 6 turnovers.
That's right.
A little bit sort of uncharacteristic. But did you kind of feel at that time, okay, this is going to be one of those types of games?
Well, I hope I didn't judge it that quickly, but it definitely was not how we wanted to start. It was how we started at Montana as well. We started first possession turnover. Today we started first possession turnover. And so after timeouts, we have to be better. It's one of the areas we've identified. I thought we did grow in our baseline out of bounds offense today a little bit, and we wanted to show some growth in that, and that was one of a couple of big buckets that we needed. And so, but yeah, the beginning of the game, beginning of the half, I think even we did have another turnover, and so just continuing to learn how to take care of the ball. I think we're still working on our transitions. So if something ends, what to go to next, and not forcing something.
Yeah.
And it's an area that we've seen improvement in practice. I know we can be better than we were today. So we're excited to continue to show that growth.
Yeah.
Then just after a fourth quarter like that where both teams score 7, do you focus more on what you did defensively or what you did offensively?
For our next game.
Or just sort of afterwards?
Yeah, I think it's putting the two things together. I mean, we obviously on the defensive end of the floor was our focus for this game. We still had some things we need to learn, and I think we'll probably try to take those and see how they fit in with Prairie View and their style of play and what we need to address immediately. And then offensively, we had some open shots too that we need to knock down. And I started it out saying that I thought we played a little timid, a little unconfident. It took us a minute to shoot. We could finish some layups.
Yeah.
We could have got some rebounds where we didn't box out. The little things, I think, are the things that you expect to be better the next game. But you can't just assume they will be. So I think we have to put our focus on those and make sure we're ready to finish. We're ready to make the 3 when we're open, and continue to be better on both ends.
And for Dalayah, the offensive rebounding was, again, really good today. Probably one of the main reasons why you're able to kind of overcome those turnovers is you're giving yourself, 17 extra opportunities. Yeah. What's working in terms of the offensive rebounding where this is a pretty consistent trend now with this team where you're able to get on the glass and give those second opportunities?
Yeah, it's Dalayah. But no, you're good. And yeah, I think one of our emphases obviously was, I think for the past 5 games, is just boxing out more, hitting the body. And I know that was something that I wanted to grow in for my team today, and just seeking the ball, wherever it is. And I think it also helps when we have everyone else doing their job, just handling what the moment needs. So yeah, got to keep growing in that though, for sure.